My first memory of Dad is when he taught us all to ride our bikes without training wheels on it. He used like a life vest and a rope. And I just, like, one of my oldest memories of Dad is him choking me out with the life vest, pulling me off the bike as I fell off.
My first memory of Dad is whenever I was in the car and I was getting out after soccer practice and he turned and slammed the door on my head and he didn't really notice until I started crying and then he came and got me.
My first memory of Dad was in elementary school. I asked him to go to my classroom, I think it was 2nd grade, and asked him to do the robot in front of the whole class with me. But once we got there, I was too scared to do it. So I kind of sat there for a minute until the whole class cheered me and him on into the front of the room. And I ended up doing the robot with him in front of the whole class.
First memory I have of your dad is when he came to pick up Amy, your mom, from our house in Florida for a big dance, probably the prom.
The first memory I have of your dad is in the Green Mountain Safeway. And I had gone there shopping with your mom and Todd. And your mom kept disappearing and going around the corner. And all of a sudden I see your dad go by with a friend. He has a long black coat on and this funky black hat with a rim, and it was all curled up. And he was just walking real cool. And I said to your mom, "Who is that guy?" And she said, "Oh, that's Bill Gines. He's very popular. He's a really cool guy in 8th grade."
Well, the first time I saw him was in 8th grade, and he was spinning on his head at Showbiz Pizza Place. He was dancing, center of attention. Everybody was watching him, and he was literally spinning on his head. I didn't know him then. And then a couple years later in high school, I saw him do his air band with all his buddies. They were all performing. But I had a crush on him, and I had told one of his friends or whatever, and it got back to him. And I saw him at a Denny's.
So I told 2 doctors, my family doctor and my OB doctor, if whatever this baby is, it was the day I was in labor getting ready to have it. So whatever this baby is, if it's a girl, I don't know how y'all gonna do it. If you have to cut her in half, both of you gonna take her home. I don't want another girl, and I'm not taking her home. And then I had a dream about this little boy and little baby in a yellow suit, play suit, sharp pants. And that's the way your dad came looking.
It was the day he was born. I was at school. It was right after the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. And yes, it was great because everybody comes running up and, we were all excited about that. And I was like, well, I got a new brother. This is a cool thing for me. We got a baby in the house.
The day he came home, when he was born, and I was 12, and he came in the house, and everybody stayed home, sick from work, school, everything but me. I wanted to go to school because he came home, and it wasn't no big celebration because my birthday was a week later. He took my spot. My daddy was excited. My grandma was excited, and they all forgot about me because he came home.
Last year I lettered in football, and I made all-state honorable mention in football. And after I drove home, Dad came into my room and told me how proud he was of me and about how he was going to go and talk about me at his work and talk about how I did so good, and he wanted to brag about me to all of his friends, and I thought that was cool, and he just came in and did it out of nowhere.
My wedding day, because he was my ring bearer. And, he was my ring bearer. And he wanted to wear our grandfather's hat. So Grandpa Gines, he wanted to wear his hat. And he was fussing because he wouldn't let him wear the hat. I'm in the other room. I said, well, whatever it is, it's okay. Let him do it. And he walked down the aisle toward me in Grandpa's hat.
I have two favorite memories. My first favorite memory is I was getting bullied by our neighbors, our little neighbor boys, and to the point of where I cried, and I ran up to Dad, and he was sitting on the stairs, and I just remember bawling and crying into his chest, and he was just consoling me and saying, it's okay to cry, it's okay to cry, you're all right, it's okay to cry. And I've always known Dad as someone funny, so it was nice to see him as comforting and loving Dad. And then also, on a funnier note, one of my better memories of Dad is at a cul-de-sac party, he borrowed one of Paul's mini Harleys and fell off the back but kept on the throttle, so he just dragged himself up the cul-de-sac. And I have like this vivid memory of Dad just dragging himself up the street.
The best memory of Bill is when he mentioned to me years after his dad had passed away that he felt that I was kind of his dad now. And that flattered me a lot. His dad died when Bill was young, as did mine, and that just made me feel very good. And I was pretty sure I wasn't going to tear up, but I was wrong.
He used to, when we lived over in Denver, he used to play with some kids down the street. Therefore, he learned how to ride on those little bitty bicycles. And one day I went to my front door and I looked way down the street, almost to the airport, because we lived over there at the airport. Almost to the airport. And here he had on a pair of green and white striped overalls. You know what overalls are. And these overalls on this bicycle going down the street just pedaling. The only thing I could do was just strike out running, because at that time I didn't have a vehicle. And had I not caught up with him, I don't know what he would have done. Knowing him, he probably would have been over there trying to climb a fence to get on the airplane. But anyway, I caught him before he got down to Quebec, so that's one of my fondest memories that I just, every time somebody says Bill as a little boy, that comes to mind.
There's a lot of good memories of Dad. My best, probably the trip we took before you guys were born, up and down the coast of California. So we flew into San Francisco and we drove all the way down the coast and flew out of San Diego. And a couple of times I was hangry, and he always would calm me down and was always the calm one. And that trip was probably the most fun trip I've ever had in my life. It was 10 days. We saw all kinds of things. We didn't have a lot of money, but we had a lot of fun. That's probably my favorite memory of him.
The best memory I have, there's a couple of them. Probably the first one is the wedding. I mean, their wedding was, you should have been there. It was just great. It was wonderful. It was, he's just such a personable person, as you know, and he had a great time. And then I think my other favorite memories of him are, one of them is those soapbox derbies that he would help put on. He worked with you guys on all your cars, and it was fun for the neighborhood, and he was like the little kid getting it all set up. So those are two of my favorite memories.
My favorite memories, Dad, is whenever I was playing on his soccer team that he coached my whole team, and we won a tournament, so everyone got to sign the trophy, but he wouldn't let me sign it because he thinks that it would be unfair. But after he told me that I was the best player on the team, and he thought that I didn't deserve to be on that team.
When he was young, he was like, between the ages of like 5 and 10, he was like real cool because I could get him to do anything that I told him to do, for a little bit of nothing. A candy bar, he would go and ask, could we go certain places, or could I take him somewhere so that way I could So it was cool like that. And he liked McDonald's, so I didn't mind taking him to McDonald's with me and my friends. So that was good with him. And then I liked all his little friends because they were my money makers, rather, I would call them, because I babysat all his friends. And then they would all come over and I basically give them little chores to do around the house. And that was how I kept them and do whatever it was we had to do. So
my favorite thing about your dad is that he's genuine, he's real, he's not phony at all. And he's a very, very good dad. He loves kids. He's always out playing with the kids in the street, if not attending one of your games. And that's my favorite thing about Bill.
Okay.
He's a real person, no phoniness.
He's so relaxed, and he's the voice of reason and the voice of calmness in stressful times. And I think him and Mom really balance each other out, because she kind of scoots him along and he kind of evens her out and calms her down. So I think they make a good match, but he's just a chill dude.
That he's my big baby brother. Everybody's bigger than me, but he's bigger than me, but he's still my baby. We have fun conversations. We don't, he's still always quieter than everybody else to me, but we have fun conversations if it's just, I lean over and whisper, but the fact that I can introduce him, say, yes, this is my baby brother, right? Look at that, he's my baby brother, but yeah, that's my favorite thing about him.
His natural gift of being a father. He's the best father I've ever seen. He's present in each phase of each kid's life. He changed diapers, he fed you, he coached you, he taught you, he disciplined you, he cheered you on, he had your backs, he had you, and he always made you feel like you weren't going through life by yourself. First and best of all, he gave you an example to follow.
My favorite thing about Dad is how he just wants to have fun no matter what. Like, for his birthday, we took him go-karting, we took him out to get food, and when we went to California, he just wanted to hang out with his friends and have fun with them and have fun with, his family. And that's what he loves, is just to go and experience things with everyone, and I like that the most.
Everything. He's a cool guy. I mean, he's a cool brother. He's not never been like the brother you wish you didn't have. He was the brother that, you should have had. We called him Baby. I named him Baby Huey, because he used to cry a lot sometimes. So I named him Baby Huey off a TV show that used to come on long ago. But he took it, he did it, he went with it. I still call him Baby Huey to this day, and he still answers to it, so that makes him even better. So
I'm just happy that he's raising his children sort of like he was raised. And I think you're kind of thinking in that way. They're kind-hearted, and because he followed his father around, like a little leech or whatever you want. What do you call it? What is it that follows the family? Anyway, and he learned probably everything his father knew, or that he, everything he did, he learned from it. So.
My favorite thing about him is his humbleness and his kindness. He's very humble, probably the most humble person I know. I didn't think I was gonna cry. He's smarter than he realizes. He can fix anything. He can do pretty much anything. It's really smart. I don't think he realizes how smart, and I don't like when I lose arguments to him, but I do. His humbleness. He's a great dad. But he's kind. He sees the good in everybody, and he never brags, and he makes everybody laugh. So all those things are my favorite things.
That our family has been blessed to have had the honor of calling Bill our son-in-law, our brother, our friend, Shirley is proud of him, his father was proud of him, and I know his father's watching down and is proud of him now. It reminds us always about how easy it is to be a good person. And the ease with which he relates to people is amazing. And I have never met or seen a person that meets Bill that doesn't fall in love with Bill and just enjoy his company. Except those soccer dads on the field, those competing soccer dads. Those were probably not his friends. Bill is your dad is willing to do anything that anybody asks of him. I've rarely seen him angry, but I always see him as giving. I'm not sure who chose who in the beginning of that relationship with each other, with your mom, but I know that because of Bill, Todd found a brother, Amy found a lifelong friend and love. We found another son, and we found a friend.
I want to say to Dad that I love him, and I am grateful for all the support that he's given me, and I'm happy that he's always been there for me.
The time is coming up again. I hope your birthday is significant to a Super Bowl win, and you know what I'm talking about.
Love you, Billy. You're a great guy. You're a great dad. And another thing about Bill is he's got a great sense of humor. He can take a joke about himself. Not a lot of people can. He's not phony, as I said before.
So to him, thank you for everything, sticking by my side through all these years. Like I said, he makes me coffee and brings it to my bedroom, to the bed every single morning. I don't know if you guys know that, but he does it every day. He keeps me calm. I guess he's the yin and I'm the yang, or I'm the yang and whatever it is. And I love him a lot. He's my best friend.
Okay, I'm like these. How proud I am of him. Because he's a great husband. He's a great dad. And he's a great big baby brother. He's that good friend.
I love you, Dad, and happy birthday. You are someone that I've always looked up to, and I can now say that not only are you my dad, but you're one of my best friends. And I wish you another happy 49 years.
I just want to wish him a very happy birthday. Hope everything goes well for him. He has a wonderful family. This is a wonderful thing that you guys are doing. And I hope he does cry. That's what somebody said they were wishing for.
Oh, yeah.
And just a nice long life. You know, everybody should have a long life with lots of good memories, you know, of things that go on, you know. So
Yep.
that's all I do. I just wish him the best and forever. And he's got a good name, so.
Happy birthday, Bill. Love you.
Happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
Happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
Happy birthday, Bill. Love you, buddy.
Happy birthday, Bill. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll be spending some of it with you. And I hope you have many more as memories and birthdays as a father, a friend, a husband, and a member of this blessed family. I love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, and I love you.
Happy birthday!
You are good looking, Bill.
Happy birthday, Frank. Hope you have a good day. Been nice knowing you for the last 40 years.
Happy birthday, old man. It's been a long time. I think, since junior high? Be the mid-'80s. Glad to see we're still friends. Happy birthday.
Okay, I'm gonna say happy birthday to my super chief. I love you. Don't know if there'd be life more interesting without you. So hang around another 49 years.
Happy birthday, and I love you.
I think I love you. You're the apple of my eye, okay?
Happy birthday. I love you. I love you. Okay.
Well, you know what he told. Ooh, thank you. My play toy went dead. That feels funny now. I gotta go get a battery.
One day I decided I was feeding him a bottle, and your grandmother probably tell you about this, and he started choking, and I was sitting there looking at him, and I said, you probably get ready to choke and die. I said, because you took my spot, but I still love him.
Happy birthday, Bill, from your favorite in-laws and Earl.
Say hi.
Say hi, Earl.
And I was just taunting him nonstop, not letting up. And he had it to the point where he just turned around, chucked a pizza roll through our little gate right here, and nailed me in the head, and I had a welt on my head for a solid 2 weeks.